In the annals of American history, certain stories illuminate the darker corners of the early justice system, reflecting societal norms and the harsh realities of the time. One such story is that of Mary Surratt, the first woman to be executed by the United States government. Her execution, shrouded in controversy and speculation, was a direct consequence of her alleged involvement in one of the country's most pivotal and traumatic events: the assassination of President Abraham Lincoln. Born in 1823 in Maryland, Mary Jenkins married John Surratt in 1840. The couple eventually settled in Washington, D.C., where they owned a boarding house. This seemingly innocuous establishment would later become a crucial component in one of America's most infamous criminal conspiracies. Following her husband's death, Mary faced financial difficulties. In the midst of these struggles, her boarding house became a meeting place for Confederate sympathizers during the Civil War. It was here that Mary crossed paths with John Wilkes Booth, a charismatic actor and fervent supporter of the Confederacy. Booth's initial plan was to kidnap President Lincoln in exchange for the release of Confederate prisoners. However, as the Civil War neared its conclusion, Booth's plans took a more sinister turn: assassination. On the fateful night of April 14, 1865, Booth carried out his plot, fatally shooting President Lincoln at Ford's Theater. In the wake of the assassination, a frantic search ensued to capture Booth and his accomplices. Mary Surratt was soon arrested, accused of being part of the conspiracy. The government charged her with aiding and abetting the plot, largely due to her association with Booth and other conspirators who frequented her boarding house. The trial of Mary Surratt and her alleged co-conspirators was swift and heavily publicized. Conducted by a military tribunal rather than a civil court, the proceedings attracted widespread attention and debate. Surratt professed her innocence throughout the trial. Her defense argued that she was merely a landlady, unaware of the murderous intentions of her guests. However, the prosecution asserted that she played a vital role in the conspiracy, providing logistical support and an avenue for communication between the plotters. Despite conflicting testimonies and a lack of substantial evidence directly linking her to the assassination, the tribunal found Mary Surratt guilty. On July 7, 1865, she was hanged, a decision that ignited intense controversy. Critics of the trial argue that Mary was a victim of the era's fervor and desperation for justice, serving as an example to others. Others maintain that her involvement was undeniable, justifying her execution. Her case raised significant questions about military tribunals, the treatment of civilian suspects, and the role of women within the justice system. In retrospect, Mary Surratt's execution highlights the complexities of justice amid national trauma. Her story is a stark reminder of the challenges faced in balancing vengeance and justice, particularly during periods of crisis. As history continues to unfold, the case of Mary Surratt stands as a poignant testament to the era's turbulent times and the human cost of justice.